Welcome to episode of Potion Sword Run. In this episode, we're going to be talking about the death of Bungie. The Bungie that we knew died a long time ago when they got bought out. But just recently, they pretty much got buried. No longer is Bungie the studio that we knew. And it's a sad thing to say. Bungie pretty much saved the Xbox from the get-go when they released Halo. Without that game, without Bungie, there would have been no Xbox. There would have been no 360. Probably the greatest console ever. Especially when it comes to multiplayer. Halo 2? That set the bar. And it paved the future for multiplayer shooters. And even Destiny launching on the 360 was success. It seemed like Bungie can do no wrong. But as we all know now, they did everything wrong. See, Bungie was acquired for their live service expertise. They were supposed to go to Sony and help all the other studios create live service games. That is why Sony paid $3 billion plus for them, for the promise that they would replicate Destiny 2, Destiny in other studios. It looks like Bungie was selling wolf tickets, promising on goals they couldn't deliver. So Sony let them loose. And in return, all but 6 of the live service games that Sony was working on were cancelled. Studios closed. Hundreds and hundreds of people fired. And as right now, they're only working on 5 or 6 live service games. And by the looks of Concord, Bungie's advice doesn't look like it was worth anything. On top of that, Bungie overstretched, hiring a lot of people for projects that didn't pan out as well. They had to cancel a project called Payback. They had a bunch of other projects in incubation. And the weird thing is, one project in that incubation process is actually going to get greenlit and they're going to start a brand new studio. But the reason I say Bungie is dead is that they don't have creative freedom anymore. When they were bought out by Sony, they had creative freedom when it comes to their game studios, hiring practice and all that. But now that they squandered all this money, since their advice didn't pan out, they've been absorbed by Sony. Not only that, but it seems like Bungie is now being run by Herman Host, co-founder of Guerrilla Games, who made Killzone the Halo killer. It couldn't kill Halo, but I guess in the end they killed Bungie. Which is funny because the creator of a game who could not compete with Halo, who could not compete with Bungie, is now tasked with the duties of what Bungie was paid for, to overlook all these live service games. So I don't take joy in talking about this. It's sad. People lost their jobs. Over 200 people that couldn't be absorbed by Sony. You know, they have families, they have goals, ambitions. Now they gotta start all over. It's scary, you know, especially in this economy. It's not due to their fault. It's due to mismanagement. Pete Parsons, CEO, should resign. Whenever you have mass layoffs like this, it is a failure of management. This is a way of them to save money because they wasted so much money. These are drastic measures they have to take. But to them, it's not drastic. It's just, oh, this is a way we can save money. All those games in incubation that didn't come out to shit was wasted money. Hiring people for projects that you're not even, working on yet, you don't even have green lights yet, is waste of money. So now, they gotta recoup on that money. Not only are they gonna lay off people, but they're also canceling games. And not only are they canceling games, but they're also scaling back Destiny 2. The final shape is gonna be the last big DLC that the game gets. Now they're gonna start releasing content packs. Now these content packs are designed to nickel and dime the current player base. So they're going to start getting more stingy, expect prices to get higher, expect content to be lacking. So I don't blame Sony for having to step in and take care of business. I don't blame the developers, the game designers who are just, doing their job. I blame management. I blame Pete. He's the CEO. His board, his directors, whatever, they all need to step down. In a just world, they would step down. Get fresh management in there with a clear vision, a realistic vision. It sucks to see Sony struggling this bad. Even as an Xbox fan, it sucks because I have a PlayStation. I want good games. It looks like PlayStation was mismanaged this generation. That's why they've been firing so many people. That's why they had to fire the CEO. That's why they had to absorb Bungie. This just goes to show that these studios, they gotta scale things back. Be realistic. Take it back to basics. We're making video games. And at the end of the day, they don't need to push the limits. They just need to be fun. But seeing Bungie absorbed by Sony because they flew too close to the sun is not fun. Let me know what you guys think about Bungie. And if you like the direction Sony is taking them, you think it was necessary, or anything else you want to talk about when it comes to this. I'm going to leave it right there. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.